Too late to go out to them damn sheep, said Ennis, dizzy drunk on all fours one cold hour when the moon had notched past 2. The meadow stones glowed white-green, and a flinty wind worked over the meadow, scraped the fire low, and then ruffled it into silk sashes. Got you an extra blanket? I'll roll up out here and grab 40 winks, right out at first light. Freeze your ass off when that fire dies down. Better off sleeping in the tent. Doubt I'll feel nothing. But he staggered under canvas, pulled his boots off, and snored on the ground cloth for a while. Woke Jack with the clacking of his jaw. Jesus Christ, quit hammering and get over here. Bedroll's big enough, said Jack in an irritable, clogged voice. Was big enough, warm enough, and in a little while, they deepened their intimacy considerably. Ennis ran full throttle on all roads, whether fence mending or money spending, and he wanted none of it when Jack seized his left hand and brought it to his erect cock. Ennis jerked his hand away as though it touched fire, got to his knees, unbuckled his belt, shoved his pants down, hauled Jack onto all fours, and with the help of the clear slick and a little spit, entered him. Nothing he'd done before. No instruction manual needed. They went at it in silence, except for a few sharp intakes of breath. And Jack's choked. Gun's going off. Then out. Down. And asleep. Ennis woke in red dawn with his pants around his knees, a top-grade headache, and Jack butted against him. Without saying anything about it, both knew how it would go for the rest of the summer. Sheep be damned. As it did go, they never talked about the sex. Let it happen. At first only in the tent at night, then in the full daylight with the hot sun striking down, and at evening in the fire glow. Quick, rough, laughing and snorting, no lack of noises, but saying not a goddamn word, except once Ennis said, "I'm not no queer." Jack jumped in with, "Me neither. One-shot thing. Nobody's business but ours." There were only the two of them on the mountain, flying in the euphoric, bitter air, looking down on the hawk's back and the crawling lights of the vehicles on the plains below. Suspended above ordinary affairs and distant from tame ranch dogs barking in the dark hours. They believed themselves invisible, not knowing Joe Aguirre had watched them through his 10x42 binoculars for 10 minutes one day, waiting until they buttoned up their jeans, waiting till Ennis rode back to the sheep, before bringing up the message that Jack's people had sent word that his Uncle Harold was in the hospital with pneumonia and expected not to make it. Though he did, and Aguirre came up again to say so, fixing Jack with his bold stare, not bothering to dismount. In August, Ennis spent the whole night with Jack in the main camp. And in a blowy hailstorm, the sheep took off west and got among a herd in another allotment. There was a damn miserable time for 5 days. Ennis and a Chilean herder with no English trying to sort them out, the task almost impossible as the paint brands were worn and fainted this late season. Even when the numbers were right, Ennis knew the sheep were mixed in a disquieting way. Everything seemed mixed.